we're gonna
All right.
we're gonna get into the first bit of our show tonight, and that is the review for Tiger King episode 6. I think it's called "Doing the Noble Thing" or something.
I believe that's the title. Yeah.
Yeah. In this episode, it it centers around Joe Exotic and kind of uh, his eventual arrest, charging, and imprisonment for allegedly hiring Hitman to off Carol Baskin.
Yeah. this is one. This is a weird episode. Let me tell you.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Um. Yeah, because it's teased in the previous episode that like they discovered hidden cameras, microphones that were secretly videotaping
Hmm.
what was going on.
Wait, hold on for
And
one sec. Can you hold on for 1 second? Okay, proceed.
and so it kind of goes into the story of like what because they're talking to shoot, was it Jeff Lowe, and like how
Yeah.
he's like on the phone with the feds,
Hmm.
and then it starts going into the kind of the story of like you know kind of conspiracy and how like all these guys are trying to like they're kind of getting caught up in it, and yeah, just it's just really weird and how it all started. Uh, and then it's like the other thing that's kind of odd about it is who did he actually give um that one guy the money to do it,
Right,
and
Alan Glover.
huh
Alan Glover, you mean? The
yeah
guy that worked at the one that Jeff brought in.
yeah. And well, what the weird thing about that though is that those two hated each other, so why
Wait, they
you know
hate. Wait, no. Are we talking about the same person? Because Jeff Lowe, like the guy that he's like that
oh no,
allegedly
I'm
was.
saying that like I'm saying Joe hated each other. So why would Joe
Oh, Joe
give him
hated
money
Alan. Yeah, that's
to
right.
go
That's right.
kill Carol? Yeah. So it's like why would he choose that guy to be like the quote unquote
Right, because he was
that
suspicious. He was suspicious of him, like he was like Jeff's, informant, or, watchdog, while he was
exactly.
away, and so yeah, there was some animosity between those. So that the idea that he hired him to go off Carol Baskin just doesn't jive for me.
And the other thing is too is like I is all these people are awful, awful, awful people. Yeah, yeah. Um,
Agreed.
but I think what was happening that is that Joe, for whatever reason, obviously we saw like his one husband left him for a woman, another husband shot himself. He ran for, he was running for office, and pretty much he had gotten this crazy ego about himself, and he took on Carol Baskin, her conglomerate of money that she has, and because of that, like he had to kind of get this other guy, Jeff Lowe, in. And Jeff Lowe kind of circumvented a whole bunch of stuff and ended up kind of becoming the 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 owner and runner of the zoo. Um, and I really think that this may have been kind of a setup where it, they had to they were working to get Joe out of the way
Hmm.
and really take over. that's kind of like my assumption on all this. Now, do all these people belong in jail? Absolutely. They're all Carol
Well,
definitely deserves it.
yeah, because like Jeff, he strangled his wife. Um,
Yeah,
was it Alan Glover? He was mixed up with some. Oh, I think it was drugs.
he was already a felon for something.
Right. I forget what it was. It might have been drugs. And that other kind of like silent business partner, he 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 sold,
Job of the Hut.
yeah, with like the Stewart haircut. Um,
Yeah,
he he sold that he sold the guy without legs. He sold him a stolen Hummer.
yeah.
So yeah, and I mean he's kind of, yeah, he's like a shady businessman also. So yeah, all like this. It's almost too absurd to believe it's true. Like this.
That's
It's
the
like it
thing.
seemed like too perfectly cast. Like these. It's real life. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they're all awful. And like you think it's like no, if this was Hollywood script, like this is too like on the nose. But it's like
Yeah,
no, it's
exactly.
like and yeah, just this weird power grab for this fucking like tigers. Are you, are you kidding me? It's so weird. And I
Yeah,
think
it's
what did Doc Annal kind of pretty much summed it up pretty well is that you know Joe gave the keys to the kingdom um, uh, to Jeff Lowe and
mm,
uh, to keep from Carol from getting getting keys and then
right. Well,
they
I mean,
uh,
the only reason he gave it to Jeff Lowe is because he was just doing what he always did. He was running a shell game. To
yeah,
constantly move. It's is not unlike in the movie Casino, how you know what is it? Robert De Niro's character, he would always change titles, every year or something, but he was still in charge. Like he was he was VP in charge of like drinks and entertainment, but he still ran things, even though he was in like a lesser position. And so
right,
I think that's what Joe Exotic was trying to do, is he was instead of like he did the same thing. He just changed like his position, like, even though he was like really the one in charge. But yeah, he just like he moved it, like the ownership, to his mom or to like his niece or to one of his husbands, and kind of this constant
yeah,
shell game. Thinking that it would keep Carol Baskin or whoever off kilter, but
right,
but then was either like he's kind of like put into a corner and had no choice but to sign it over to the Jeff, or or if he just thought that or he just thought that Jeff was really going to be his lifeline.
right. We just that's the thing. We just don't know all the what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
And
never really know. Like, I mean, even if like even if they all came out with tell-all books, it'd be all telling the same story, but just from different perspectives.
yeah, the but like I said, I went put it past for yeah, I went past like all these guys. Yeah, they're all there. So apparently, obviously there's some sort of I don't know if it's passion for the animals or because of the money that's involved. Um, I mean, I don't know how much money like any of these guys are actually making.
Well,
Because
I mean, if you
Carol
just kind
Baskin,
of break it down, and like when Joe was taking anything that wasn't bolted down and making getting out of Dodge, he was grabbing tigers. And he was saying like he would sell them off like at $3,000 to like $5,000 a head. And I mean,
Yeah.
I think he said like he was able to abscond with like 19 tigers.
God damn.
Yeah, so at 3 to 5,000 a head, that's not an insignificant amount of money.
No, no, it's not. So yeah, so it's probably like a lot of it is has to do with money. It's just like, and because Jeff Lowe was also like kind of brought in. He was intrigued to do this um, because it also gave because he had some tires, but he had no room to put them.
Right.
So now he has this giant zoo that's like, oh yeah, there's plenty of room. Yeah, you come on, bring your tigers. People don't come to see me; they come see my tigers. Uh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but um, but yeah, no, it's just I just can't believe this is real life.
Yeah, it's just so absurd. Again, it's like if you didn't know any better, if you never heard about Joe Exotic or any of these characters, you would swear that you're just watching you know you're just watching a TV show. You would
Yeah,
swear that it's like, dude, this is a TV show. They can't be real. It's just too absurd.
but I think what was kind of like the like a little
Did we lose you? Oh,
um
okay, we got you. You're back.
sorry
Tilt the camera up a little bit. Just getting the top of your head. Oh, okay.
um but anyways no, what I was saying is like what kind of sucks is that the people that actually were working on the zoo, like the guy with no legs, so no arm, they actually did care about the animals. And I
Mm.
mean, obviously, like hell, like Soap got her arm eaten off, and she still came back like within a week. Like, oh,
Yeah,
I lost
like
my arm.
practically the next day.
Yeah, and it's like it's because she cared so much about the tigers and all the cats and stuff, and those are the people that really got fucked over, I think.
Hmm. Agreed.
And a lot of those guys too that worked at that park, it was. I mean, Joe was finding bums out of a bus station, but a lot of it is like I was there, it was like to do something. So just just kind of, I think that's the real sad part of it. But everyone loves a good like
Everyone
intrigue.
loves a good train wreck.
Oh yeah, no, this is a glory. Like I said, this is a glorious.
Yeah, it's a train wreck with fireworks. That's what it is.
But
Anyways, yeah. Let's
was there anything else? Was there anything else in the episode that you wanted to
well,
get into?
just the tactics of the feds, because it almost seemed like there was a little bit of entrapment, especially with how like because they couldn't get like proof, that he hired someone, and then so they flipped what's that fat fucker's name?
I forget his name. But I call him Jabba the Hutt.
Okay, we'll just call him Jabba the Hutt. But yeah, like they flip Jabba the Hutt, and he becomes an informant for them, and he brings like an undercover agent to pose as like a hitman. But it's just like, isn't that like entrapment then? Because it's not like him
Yeah,
gathering the evidence of Joe doing this, doing these illicit things without the aid of the government. No, I mean, because
Yeah, that's the that felt a little bit weird to me, like how that all went down. It does feel like it is perhaps a little bit shady.
yeah, because it'd be one thing if Jabba the Hutt goes and he gets Alan or Joe to like admit like, yeah, I paid Alan, or or get Alan to say like, yeah, Joe paid me like on tape or whatever. That'd be one thing, right? But
Hmm.
the government is helping to ensnare Joe Exotic by posing as a hitman and getting him to self-incriminate. So that
Yeah, it's
part that part seemed like really sketch to me.
that's where I'm thinking like this whole thing was very like coordinated, orchestrated.
Hmm.
It's a way I don't know, and they were even trying to sell him out to Harold. I mean, like at the beginning, it's talking about like how they were like, hey, we need to get rid of Joe, and they were willing to say, hey, if you give us like this amount of money, and we'll give you everything we have on Joe. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that's where this whole thing started to go down that road. Um, and yeah, it felt like this whole like weird game of like who's screwing over who, and eventually, yeah, like the feds got involved.
Hmm. I wonder. I wonder what Jeff said to Joe to like make him uh, break out so fast. Like he burned like records and loaded up 19 Tigers and just like
Yeah,
got out of there.
see that
I wonder what he said to him.
that's what I would love.
Right? I mean,
I mean,
like,
because obviously we're told it's like, oh, that he found that he was using funds from Tiger Zoo for his political campaign, but there's way that's like a that's like a slap on the wrist. That's not
right? Yeah, misappropriation of funds or whatever. Yeah, it's no, like no one
yeah,
like goes to jail for that stuff.
yeah,
They
outside of
just they like
Zeus.
yeah, outside Dinesh D'Souza.
But yeah, no, that's there has to be way more than
Right. Well, like there was an assertion that made by Jeff Lowe that like him like going out and campaigning was just the cover to see if he can get someone to like go and kill Carol Baskin. Like he was like shopping for like a hitman or something.
that's
Which
ridiculous too.
yeah, that doesn't wash.
It's like, hey, I'm doing all these campaign videos. You want to kill Carol Baskin for
Yeah,
me?
it's like yeah, it's like the whole like I mean he could have done that like with people that came to the zoo. He didn't have to spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on a campaign, just for the plausible deniability of saying like, oh, I'm just running a campaign, but hey, do you want to take out one of my financial rivals?
Yeah, it's
It
just
just doesn't wash.
something. Something tells me is that these other guys were involved in trying to get rid of Carol because she was a problem,
Hmm.
but they needed to do. Uh, but yeah, no, it was like they were trying to push it off on Joe, and so like I said, I think it's a conspiracy. They created like they kind of those three work together to get rid of Joe, and this is the way that they can do it.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, and after he was out of the picture, they were, they jumped on, rebuilding the park and especially like moving the park, you
To a
know,
whole new
uh,
location.
yeah, to a whole new location, whole new setup. Uh,
And
yeah,
it's like
because I think Jeff Lowe is not a stupid man. He realizes the money earning potential of zoo, and
yeah,
so and here's like kind of like this like the X factor, which is Joe Exotic. You really can't predict what he's gonna do. Because like one day, he's all about the animals and like growing the business, and then next day he's like all about fuck fuck that Carol Baskin, I gotta kill that bitch. And it's just like it's just too Joe Exotic, he was just too much of a variable for long term success for the business.
Right, right. And so, yeah, I'm very intrigued to see the. We got 2 more episodes.
Two more, yeah, that's right. We have two more episodes at the conclusion.
And the eighth one we'll be watching, for the first time both together. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad that we're doing like we stretch this out because like we can really like go in depth into the episodes.
yeah, because it's funny, like just talking to you about this, like yeah, there a lot of stuff does not add up in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are lying.
Right? Yeah, and I mean it's like yeah, I mean with like Job of the Hutt, like yeah, we're supposed to take the word of a backstabbing fat ass. 'Cause that's what he basically did. He backstabbed Joe Exotic, who was his business partner, and and it's at the first opportunity because with the criminal investigation, whether or not something would turn up on Joe or not is beside the point. But he's like he flipped on him. And it's just like
Yeah.
that's
Oh, it was.
that's a
It's like it wasn't even like a difficult decision.
uh-huh.
I'm looking forward to the last 2 episodes. Curious of your thoughts.
Yeah. So next week will be the penultimate
Episode.
episode before the finale.
I
It'll
love
be
that.
a penultimate.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just sounds so official and
it does exactly.
like the penultimate. It just means the episode before the last
Yeah.
one. It's just a
Wait,
nice. It's a what is it? It's what's that phrase that you said $5 word or something?
yeah, it's like a $5 word.
Yeah.